is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Hello and happy Monday.
I thought you were going to say Happy New Year. I don't know why. I don't know why that just came. That dropped in my spirit.
Are you those people that say Happy New Year all the way till March?
I feel like when you first see somebody, regardless of the time, you should say Happy New Year.
I feel like January 15th.
Someone told me Happy New Year today.
Yeah, I feel like January 15th, right after International PLP Day.
No, not January 15th, at least.
Right after International. See, International PLP Day starts the year, right? So once that date is passed, which is January 10th, you could rest all that Happy New Year stuff, rest that down, all right? Unless, of course, you emailing someone to beg for money.
You know what? I think what he was trying to say is Happy Monday and
Happy Monday. Welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm so excited to see that my good friend and mentor has finally decided to show up to work. I couldn't believe.
Before you're around, what's your name?
My name is Levan Miller.
Okay, and I'm Sandy Brown. Now there you go. Rant away.
Because I couldn't believe, this is how bewildered I am. I couldn't believe that for such a long time, having such a position of prominence, someone with the level of aptitude and understanding of what posture means was doing such a shabby job at looking the part. One of the things
you have
about
to tell me so I could follow.
I taken you to it.
Okay.
I'm a Baptist. You know, I grew up in a Baptist.
Okay.
And Baptist inculcated.
Okay.
One of the ways that you are sure to always get the kind of respect that you anticipate you deserve is to look like you deserve the respect that you think you deserve. And so I was absolutely appalled that the candidate for South Beach thought that up to 2 weeks ago, his billboard should still be a hand in Kimber picture of him saying season's greetings. And then that came down.
Well, what's wrong with season's greetings?
See, the seasons were already officially greeted and had already expired.
But how long?
But then it turned into this for about a week, right?
Okay, what's wrong with that?
It is on a main road. This is so you have to understand colloquially what things mean to people. And as someone that has lived in the South Beach constituency since Lyndon Pindle was the Prime Minister, one of the ways to know that we are in election season is when the FNM headquarters comes alive on that corner.
What?
And so I'm elated today to say that I think it was last week Thursday, I noted that they looked like they was actually coming to work.
Because they work for you. But this is my question to you. It was only 2 weeks with it being empty. That bother you that much?
I was bewildered.
I don't understand. It was 2 weeks.
It is because of what community representation means. And I'm of the view, right, that when you see things like the member of parliament can't get their billboard changed out in time.
A billboard?
Yes, because what that indicates is that their ground team isn't working sufficiently. And if you have a member of parliament who doesn't have a good ground team, they're not going to do well as a member of parliament because that means their reach can only go as far as their arm length.
Now,
and that never works out very well.
I'm going to let you have your rant.
I come here today to commend them.
After the rant about how...
Because I understand.
Can I see the billboard again, please?
How a military commander let it go on this long.
It's a nice billboard.
It's a very nice billboard. And guess what?
Is the building painted?
Yes. And it has illuminated the corner. And now it actually looks like politics time has come.
Yeah, but some of us don't really want it to look like politics time has come all over the town. Some of us want it to look normal.
Yeah,
some of us don't want to go on every corner
Beach.
and see. See, I'm not from South Beach, so I don't know.
Right. We like big time
this.
politics.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you have to play into the tapestry.
I don't want to pull through my neighborhood and just see a big. I don't want to see that.
No, and here's how you know. Right? When I drive into South Beach and I see the billboard, I say, boy, they look like they're getting ready to go for it.
Okay.
These are the things that invoke the emotions and the kind of constituency that South Beach is.
How are there any other billboards from any other political parties that are
Yes,
already up?
the member of parliament currently for South Beach has taken down his season treating banners from about a week ahead of the brown billboard stuff we saw there, and has now put back up his constituency information, etc., billboards, which I think is phenomenal. Because you can never, and you can tell from doing the show, you can never anticipate that because you had them up, people know the number and the location. So you have to always say it.
Okay.
Anyway, little jingle, that means
it's
enough
time
of my
to go to
rant,
the break.
time to go to the break.
Yes, you
Bye-bye.
had your rant.
We have to go to the break, but you don't have to go anywhere. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing no matter what.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Francesca Brown.
And I'm Leland Miller.
You like my voice? You
I
see
hear
how-
it.
This is how it starts off
So-
until you start
so
to
subtle.
annoy me. And then it goes
it
to
wonderful?
different.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So the comment you made during the break,
Yeah,
it caused this.
yeah.
And then you know it's going to continue to go.
I got a
Wait,
Visine for that.
if you
Brave
think
Davis, tell me.
I don't hit you.
Brave Davis,
This whistle. Blow this whistle today. We have a lot to talk about, though.
Sure.
A lot of politics happened over the weekend. A lot of politics happening today, tonight. I think they're lining up as we speak for what's happening.
Yeah,
So let's just get the politics out of the way because we have a lot of things that also went viral today.
sure.
So I know you wanted to start with.
Frederick McAlpine.
I don't know
has
what
launched
you
his
are.
official-
You are fascinated with Frederick McAlpine.
I think he, like Loretta Butler Turner, are independent candidacies that you can't convince yourself to not watch. Like they are what do you call sleep agents, right? Yeah. And it's because at any given time they could pull off a political assassination
I mean,
and
do
you
you
lose
think so,
candidates.
though? Honestly, I mean, you might like him. He held the seat before, but not as an independent. I mean, but like Loretta Butler Turner, he also learned a lesson that people are loyal to you as long as you are loyal to
He
the
also
party.
beat the Free National Movement's candidate as an independent.
But did he win
and
the
lost
seat?
to the PLP's
My goodness, did he
candidate by
win the seat?
300 votes
But
as
did
an
he win the
independent
seat?
candidate. No, but it is certainly not what we see typically from independent candidates. And so
Okay.
all I'm saying is he's had an opportunity to watch the tape. He's had an opportunity to see where his strategy had holes, and he's had an opportunity to rescrub that strategy. I don't think the Free National Movement has approached him with any, any sort of agreement or any sort of accommodation.
He officially launched
So
his
he's officially
independent
launched.
campaign over the weekend.
Precisely. And so now I think we've got a three-way race, which is not absolutely the norm for all independent candidacies, right?
Yes and no.
Tell me who the COI's candidate is.
Why you don't
This
stop
my
doing this?
point.
You
This
keep, you,
my
keep,
point.
you keep doing this, but that's not the point that I'm making. Like, while I understand what you're trying to say about independent candidates, and while Frederick McApine, while he was an MP, may have done great things in his constituency,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, like a lot of independents are going to learn, and he has learned as an independent
Mm-hmm.
and still decide to come back again, that a lot of people are loyal to the party and
Sure.
not the person.
Sure. But consider the fact, after losing as an FNM candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
After having the FNM not give him an accommodation, which is what typically happens in our politics.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it in we saw it in Long Island before, and we saw it in a couple other places. I think the only independent candidate to date that has won against both the Free National Movement and the PLP is Whitney Bastian. I think that still stands as a fact.
But there was a big thing about Whitney too, though.
Maybe
There was a
Whitney-
reason.
Maybe Whitney's a big thing. All
No,
I'm
saying
saying
there was
is,
a reason. Whitney had some.
but for Fred to come and have meager means, he's a minister of the gospel. I don't suspect he has, like,
Whitney money.
right? He was still able to take the FNM down.
He took the FNM down, but he did not win his seat.
Sure. But
And did he really take the FNM down, or did the FNM go down when the rest of the
Well, the
FNM went
FNM
down?
ran a boodle.
When the people ran everybody out.
But I mean, yeah, you can say that, but the FNM still maintained more seats than most oppositions have maintained in the last 20 years. You remember the last time the Progressive Liberal Party was the opposition, it was only enough of them, it was so few of them rather, that they could have come to the parliament in a Suzuki Swift.
The same thing with the FNM.
No, they
now.
had 9 people. You can't. You need it.
They don't have 9 people anymore.
Well, not if the party keep breaking up like this.
I'm just saying. But I get what you're saying, and you know what? I give him kudos for failing at it and
Sure.
going again. And
Because after all, if at twice you don't succeed, you should just suck it some more because seeds are in it. Let's go to the clip of Frederick McAlpine.
Rich constituency. Additionally, I provided financial assistance to numerous civic organizations in Pine Ridge. I also assisted cancer patients to travel abroad for treatment, organized cleanup campaigns, and put funding towards critical roadwork repairs in the Hudson Estate and Heritage subdivision. I've invested in you before, and with your support and your vote, I'll do much more. Now, there can be a lot of debate about whether Bahamians should vote for an independent candidate. Well, let's tackle that discussion head on. In previous years, both of our major parties contributed significantly to the development of the Bahamas. There's no need to deny this. However, in life, what was true yesterday is not necessarily true or as true today. More and more Bahamians are losing faith in our major parties and in the political process. Many say they're tired of the back and forth between the parties.
And so I think he makes the case, right? That, hey, I was once a part of the major parties. I'm not saying that major parties haven't. I think his message is reasonable. It is measured. It is obviously calculated, right? It is different from typical independent messaging, which is the party system is corrupt. We need to change it. We have to figure out a way to gut these parties. No, he says, listen, these parties have done wonderful things over the years.
but so have I. But
Yes.
but very hard to pay attention to the message when the messenger, you dragged Renika, and you had some things to say about her and her
The
theatrics. Was he scared?
No, I think not
Did he
everybody can read comfortably from a teleprompter.
See, and this is why, and this is the same thing that I told you from last week, and it's spilling over into this week, and this is why it is important that you hire PR people, and you hire people, because if I was his social media manager, or if I was a part of his political team, we would have stopped and we would have did that over and over and over until he closed his eyes or blinked.
Well,
He didn't blink one time.
but I think the message, I think his diction was good. I think the message was.
It's hard to follow the message when he blink. Blink. Look at it. He
So we
has
have to
not
tell the
blinked
Rev,
once.
Rev, you need one blink in the video.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
know.
have a 6-minute video without a blink.
Without a blink. You know, it's
But
quite
you just
it's
said
quite
the other day
scary.
that you didn't want people to look down. At least he's not looking down.
Yeah, but he's doing this the whole time, and he has not blinked at all at one time.
Yeah.
So it's hard to listen to the message. Now, I did hear some of the things that he did say that he did, but I always say this, and I said this last week as well. In politics, it is not as much as what you did as what is shown that you did. You know, he was listing off some of the stuff that he did, helping people with cancer and all that stuff, which is great. But if the people don't actually see it, if it's something that you have to put in a video, then you know, maybe you haven't done as good as you think you have done in terms of getting the message.
So there
out
is
there.
one thing that stood out to me, and it's not it's not a campaign video from him. If he wants to, he should call marketing, and we could make it a campaign video.
And blink. That's
But-
very important to blink.
He talked about his response in Dorian, which I don't think any reasonable person can argue with. I think as an embattled MP for the Free National Movement, Frederick McAlpine proved that with his whatever resource it was, whether it was his church connections or whatever, that he was able to draw resources and aid in one of Grand Bahama's most difficult and challenging and trying things. But that is something that is publicly known.
I understand that, and I get what you're saying, and I get where you're coming from. He has done great. He has done a lot. But right now, the same thing that you said, it also applies to Frederick McAlpine. There weren't any hitting things that came out of the speech. There was nothing in the speech that made me be like, okay, Maki,
This
you
time for
know,
McAlpine.
yeah, you know, there was nothing. It was just, I don't know, maybe it was just his introduction, and maybe as the campaign goes on, he can do a little bit better
Sure.
to kind of draw in with those little key punch words, those little key phrases to try, you know. But I also think a 6-minute video where you're clearly reading from a teleprompter is very impersonal.
Okay.
It is extremely impersonal, and you know, that's just his launch.
Have the
Hopefully
weapons of politics changed then? Because I think that's what it is. I think a lot of times we are gauging the weapon of politics on, side by side with, the new social media trends. We'll get to some of it.
It is, and
Yeah.
and also I'm the type of voter, and I don't know the type of voter you are, but I would like, and even during interviews, I'm always impressed when I interview someone and they know what they're saying without having to practice. You know, they come in at an interview and they're like, we're doing this and this and this and this, and this is what we've done. And it wasn't something that was read. It's more believable.
Sure.
And so, yes, I understand that everyone cannot articulate well and that everybody is not the best speaker, but I do think that if it is something that you really truly believe in, if it's something that you have been doing, that little points,
Sure.
and then look me in the face, blink, and then you should be able to tell me what it is that you have done or what it is that you want to do.
Well, I do think his candidacy, again, is one to watch. I think anybody that doesn't account for Frederick McAlpine's candidacy in Pine Ridge will live to regret that calculation. You have to factor him in the race. He also started off somewhere in his speech thanking the 1,189 people or something like that voted for him. And that in itself was impressive because, most people lose and, they cry bloody murder.
Okay.
But
Well,
I thought it was calculated.
it was okay.
And the FNM also had a big time rally, I'm
Okay.
told.
And I heard that was more than okay. Shockingly, I heard that they had a really big turnout.
Sure.
I heard that it was not as big as a turnout as the government had. I don't know if I expected that or not because they're the government. I would expect them to have had a bigger turnout. But I heard that they had like two something hundred people inside there, and it seemed like it was energized. That's what I was told.
You want to go to the clip?
Sure, we
Well,
have
take us to the clip of the FNM rally in Grand Bahama last week.
I have seen frustration. Our families deserve better. The people are not fooled. The system needs real solutions. That is why I am proud to stand with Michael C. Pintard, the led FNM team that is serious about upgrading diagnostic equipment, completing needed renovations, finishing the morgue, and addressing staff shortages at the RAN. We are not interested in ribbon cuttings without results. We are ready to fix what is broken. And healthcare is only one piece. Unequipped schools, we see contracts flowing to a few, no, not with many left behind. Our politics must rise above arguing about who paved the park while hospitals and education and the economy are in distress.
Pick one.
But it's not
You
a
gotta
punch.
pick
But
one.
it's not a punch
You gotta pick one.
for the PLP alone because I mean it is not uncommon to hear people talk about, oh, well, we put a park in Christie
I mean, it's what they all do, and
Right.
especially now. Now, all of the MPs are going to come out and they say they put park, or who they can fight over who did the free Wi-Fi, or whether or not they paved the roads versus the ministry paving the roads or whatever. That is what's going to happen right now because that's what a lot of people in the constituencies are concerned about. I think you'll find in this election, hopefully, from what I've been seeing, it seems like more people are concerned about what did you do for me rather than what did the government do for us as a whole.
Isn't that a dangerous little slope to go down, though?
Not necessarily, because if I am not sure of the leadership of the parties, if I am not sure I really feeling brave, if I'm not sure I really feeling Pintar, but I know that the person, the member of parliament of my constituency, or the person who's running for my constituency is doing a good job, then I'll feel at least good enough voting for them.
So Pintard also had a comeback against the Prime Minister this weekend
When
and
he said
said
we
that
won't
I'm
rip
not
you
going to
off?
call him brave. I'm just going to call him Philip. It didn't land the same way in my view.
What does that even mean?
Imam call him Philip. I feel like everybody could call him Philip, but he says he refused to call him brave because he's not that other word.
Who's writing his speeches?
No, I don't
Come
know.
on,
I don't
man.
know.
Let me help.
Do we have a clip from the leader of the opposition?
Let me
Okay.
help. We don't
And
have it
then-
yet.
and
That's
then-
that's not a hard thing. I know they did
It's,
talk.
it's not.
He did talk about not ripping the Bahamian people off, and you know, he did say the normal things that you would expect a leader of the opposition to say, and it did seem to get the crowd riled up. But I feel like at this point, anything gets crowds riled up because it's election time, and anytime you have something like that, they're gonna get riled up.
But you can't just cater to your base. Like if the only people taking the medicine are the people in charge of the medicine drawer, that does nothing for the patients,
But
right? Like so you have to make sure that you're landing heavy enough hits for you to get into this era of the algorithm. You have to make sure that the things that you're saying are heavy and weighty enough to get the clicks, to get the likes, to get the shares. Because what your goal is now as an orator in this political climate is to not have to continuously repeat it because the algorithm carries it over and over
I
and
get
over
it.
for you. And I don't think his speech had any one of those.
His speech was pretty much saying, you know, just trust us and believe in results over rhetoric, which I think is not the best way to go because I don't think they had a lot of results either when he was in parliament,
Sure.
even though he wasn't the prime minister at that time or he wasn't the leader of the party. I don't know. It just,
But that's also why they've got to pick their poison. So either you're going to go with the message of it was extraordinarily difficult times and no government has ever had the opportunity to govern with such. Darren Henfield calls it Churchillian difficulty. I can't, I still haven't wrapped my mind around that. But man, Churchill had 2 wars. What are you talking about?
But, you know, Dr. Dwayne Sand said the same thing, though. He said that he wished that he could have done more. He admitted that there was more that could have been done when he was... I think we have a clip from him. So can we play the Sands clip?
Well, I mean, you know, he's clearly losing it. I think Nicholas Fox in Fox Hill is driving him crazy. That Angus beef, he's losing his mind. So, you know, he called me a whole. I can leave out. Anyway, I'll be nice. The man is losing his mind. He is clearly gone over the edge, and it's time for him to be retired in the public interest. This is about the Bahamian people. This is your push. So, Mr. Mitchell, you keep going low. We got a country to save.
And so some of it is rhetoric.
In Fred Mitchell's defense,
Yeah.
I think he's always lost his mind. I don't think he just lost his mind.
But Dr. Sands said Angus beef is driving him crazy.
You know, honestly, and I keep saying it, that is one area that I am watching that I'm very interested in seeing because Dr. Fox has been doing his thing. You know, like honestly, have you not?
I've seen the Zingergrams.
Not just the Singergrams,
Okay.
you know, he had a whole, y'all was giving out Christmas trees and he had a whole cultural Christmas
I
village.
saw that.
You know, he dressed as Santa. I don't know if people were sitting on lots and taking photos, but he did his thing.
Yeah, but to your point, I know you said that, you know, some of it has to be, that Mr. Pinto had said that it's about results and not about rhetoric, but I want to tell you, the rhetoric will get the clicks and the shares.
I'm not going to lie, it does.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, and I don't understand how they don't know that, because before the political season even got in high gear, the rhetoric took over because people were paying attention to what was happening between Fred Mitchell and Dr. Fox.
Sure, but you've got to hide the
And they were
information
arguing
like Easter
over
eggs.
hot dogs.
Yeah, and now Dr. Sands is
Over?
playing on the hot dog argument
Over
again,
hot dogs.
and saying that, boy, this 100% pure beef, Fred Mitchell can't handle this.
I kind of like that, though. I kind of like that. But the music is playing. It's time for us to take a break. When we come back, we do have a clip from the leader of the Free National Movement. We'll be back right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Okay, guys, this what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me 2 balls. 10. Give me another 2 balls. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Hit it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites. We offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go, to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods, taste the difference.
Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Well, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levi Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
And are we going to go to the...
Yeah, we're going to go to the leader up because we got to wrap this F&M conversation up. We have some other little spicy things.
He say he ain't calling him the other word.
Really?
Dwayne Sands and Fred Mitchell could call one another ass back and forward. I see why you bleeping out the word
I
Brave.
guess he's saying as the party leader, he has to set a precedent. He has to be better than
And not
that.
the party's chief executive?
He has to be better than that.
Okay.
Let's go to the clip.
I didn't call him by the name he wishes to adopt, or someone may have whispered to him that you could have this and carry this. I didn't call him that other name. I just call him Philip. And that offends him. And the reason I don't call him that other name is because the truth is he lacks courage. No, he's not that thing. He lacks courage. He lacks courage to fight corruption. He talks about shaking the tree, but it's a problem shaking the tree and getting rid of bad apples when you are giving birth to them. He's not courageous. He's not courageous enough to fire an abusive member of parliament. I don't care what the court said about that man. He don't have the courage to say to some in his orbit who are so greedy that you have to ease up because we have an obligation to feed the needy. So no, he's not that other name. He's Philip. And Philip cannot explain why with no Dorian and no COVID, why he is unable to touch and feel major projects that he has put in place over these past 4.5 years.
Yeah. He's not the other name. He's Philip. Are you bewildered?
You know what? I will give him this because I have been kind of hard with everybody with their speeches and their delivery. He has a good delivery. He knows when to look down and look up, but he was a poet. He was not an actor. What do you call it? He's an actor.
I know. He said he got one eye. He used to work in construction.
Oh, jeez. Remember he
used to work in construction.
No, he had bus stop on Bay Street.
Busser rider.
Yeah, he had that. And, I remember one time when I was in SAC, and he came and he performed at the school. So he's a performer. That's what I was saying. So I'm not shocked that he knows how to perform. So I give him that. He was doing well with the hands and looking down and looking up. But the punchlines just didn't hit like that, man.
Right.
It just wasn't I could call him Brave, I could call him Philip. It wasn't as insulting as I think he thought it was going to be.
And I also thought it would have been really cool to say, he's scared to shake the tree until his monkeys are in it. That's so much better.
I don't know.
That would have been so much better.
Whoever writing the speeches, y'all still have time.
Yeah.
Let's, put a little...
You got to tell me.
The not calling him Brave, the Philip thing, it ain't really hit like that.
I'm only good for one punch. You can't lie to it.
And I'm not going to lie to you, and maybe this says a lot about who I am as a person, but one thing I could say about PLP rallies, conventions, whatever they have, it is being more, I don't know, PLP is just more, for example, we couldn't play a clip last week without somebody screaming something in the crowd.
Yeah. Tell them we'll reach.
Yeah, I don't know, F&Ms, y'all gotta get more.
Yeah, a little more vivification.
Yeah, I need to hear a little scream.
Yeah.
Someone run across the
A little
stage.
amen corner.
You cannot ever go live from a PLP rally because you do not know what's going to happen.
Correct, you gotta put them on the delay.
Yeah, you have to have a delay. I think that's what really was missing for me, the oomph, the little extra.
No gusto.
Yeah, catch a little extra person, even if you have to hire them, and let them get the crowd
I love
riled
this
up.
advice. Go on.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a party, you always have to invite that one cousin.
You mean like how communist countries have professional mourners?
I'm just saying you have to have that one cousin that starts the party.
Yeah.
I just need them to have the one person that kind of gets you. And I think that's what rallies and stuff is supposed to do. It's more than just telling you what the party is going to do or what the other party didn't do. It's supposed to give you a feeling.
Right, because the rally is supposed to sally.
It's supposed to do what?
Sally. Don't worry about it. Producer, you're going to find the word for us. When you rally them, because you're supposed to rally and then sally. Yes.
The point is, I don't know, just give me some more oomph. That's all.
Okay.
let me feel it. You know, I think that's
maybe they intend to do it in the digital campaign. Who knows?
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
Who knows? And we're going to transition to this at some point. But this is why I think the concept of not campaigning through the Lenten season is a flawed one, right? But like we promised them last week, there are a whole lot of jingles happening and taking
So we're
place.
gonna get to the jingles first.
We get a couple of jingles.
Now I gotta feel it. Okay.
Yeah, because these are the things that will pull the people in to listen to some of the messages.
All right, let me hear. Who jingles?
All right, let's go to some of the jingles.
Lioness energy stepping in bold energy. Hear me roll. When for sure in 7 shore, I grow stronger with every challenge, every attack. Every attack. There's power in my heart to serve the people, nothing can hold me back. Let them know I am destined to do great things in my constituency. Then I leave. Na 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 na. You all okay? Na 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 na. Santville got plenty people. All they want is Jomo. They know that Campbell cares. Jomo going all alone. He listen to your cry, trying to get it sorted. He put the people first. That's why they vote for Jomo.
Lioness on the Rise, she could do good things.
I like Lioness on the Rise. I like Dana Lee, the constituency.
Fen for
I kind of
sure,
like
and
that.
Sudden Shore.
Now, I don't like the graphics of the video.
Everybody's into the new caricature thing, though.
No, I don't like. No, not the character. I don't like the. But the song catchy.
Yeah.
I like Jomo's. I like he went the Bahamian route.
I have one.
I like the Bahamian route.
I have one critique.
Oh God.
I give Jomo big time slogan. Jomo ain't put the slogan in the song.
What's the song?
Jomo is like Omo. That would go perfectly.
Absolutely not. Awful. Jomo is like Omo.
Yes,
like
it's
what
for
you
all
people
your
used to.
tough jobs. What do you use?
I've never used Omo day in my life.
This how I know you all grow up rich.
I'm just saying.
This how I know you all grow up rich.
I've never used Omo.
If you ever want to know if the woman in your life grow up rich, they never use Omo from day born.
I never use Omo.
Ever?
Jomo, like Omo, please, Jomo, if you're listening.
What you used to take the stains of your white shirt with?
Bleach Gain.
Bleach is turning the shirt yellow. You can't use bleach.
Gain. No, and then what the thing is
You gotta
now,
take the Omo,
Lord,
wet the Omo.
Now you're making me forget what it is, what I had.
You have to wet the Omo.
You
rub the
distracted
Omo on
me.
the spot till it turn blue.
Don't we
and
have
just
some-
soak it in warm water.
We have some more. Can we play the others?
Vote for the BLP. Leonardo Life on Oranges, he's bringing opportunity. Renovating parks and all settlements, upgrading facilities. He's the man that's working for you. He's the man that's working for me. Vote for the BLP. Leonardo Life on Oranges, he's bringing opportunity. Renovating parks and all settlements, upgrading facilities. He's the man that's working for you. He's the man that's working for me. Leo, will you strengthen the local economy? He say, improve the roads and also public facilities. He say, we voting for PLP. Marathon is where we be. We voting for PLP. Browning for the win. PLP for the win. Marathon for the win. If you live marathon, then you know we jamming. We voting for PLP and Lisa Ramen. Marathon, we going strong. Everything is nice. The PLP's back again. We gon' do it twice. Lisa Ramen bound to carry it home. Marathon G bound to carry it home. PLP we bound to carry it home. Marathon G bound to carry it home.
See that?
Okay.
Marathon G
Okay.
bound to
Can we
carry it
comment on those before we have more before we go to the others?
Yeah.
Okay. He say 2 at a time. Now, Leonardo, I was with you until Big Daddy. Oh,
of course.
I am not calling nobody for Big Daddy.
Of course.
Absolutely not.
Hey, listen to me.
Absolutely not.
One
Big
thing you're
Daddy,
sure about is
Big
if you
Daddy?
stay with Big Daddy, you can get things.
What are your men obsession with
Hints.
being called Papa, Daddy, Big Daddy? Not doing it. I
Because
like the
when
song.
Big Daddy
Take the Big
reach-
Daddy.
When, my brother, you taught y'all at park. When Big Daddy come park, talk,
Now,
park
take the
and
Big
stick.
Daddy out. Lisa song was catchy from Julian Believe Did It. Now, the only thing that might backfire is some people don't really like him like that.
Oh, Jesus.
So they may not
You can't
like
say
this.
that on the TV. Francesca, the TV is on.
They booed him on the stage in front of everybody that was in.
That was other people.
Oh, that was other people.
Yes.
Okay, I like the song. I like Whip Wop. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's very catchy.
Leonardo said, if you think you can get back, I say, mm-hmm.
That Big Daddy piece, just take the Big Daddy out of the song. We have others. We're going to play the next two.
boy.
Take Big Daddy out, Leonardo.
It's quite fun, though. And I can tell you, if you sneak your message in these, you might get your message to go a whole lot further.
I ain't calling him Big Daddy.
Yeah, man, that's what they call him.
Let's play the others.
That's who we voted for. We voting for P for Progress. P and the PLP. P of Global and the Progressive Liberal Party. P for Progress. She's a fighter for you and me. P of Global, a woman of integrity. Now who we voting for? P of Global, our constituency. Because we believe. Who we voting for? Who's ready for war? Be a global road. Golden Gates love ya. Which beach? South Beach. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We voting for Bacchus. South Beach believe in Bacchus. We voting for Bacchus. Burn all the way with Bacchus. Baby, we voting for Bacchus. South Beach believe in Bacchus. We voting for Bacchus. Burn all the way with Bacchus. We roll. Got South Beach in his soul. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We roll. Got South Beach in his soul. Yeah.
You roll.
You can't mess that up.
South Beach in his soul.
You can't mess that up. That is unmess-upable.
I like Pia.
Yeah.
The
thing I like about these two, in my view, is so you listen to Leonardo. I think he has a whole lot of stuff about community.
Hey, the only thing I heard in Leonardo's song is Big Daddy.
Leonardo said, "You want
Big
things?"
Daddy. Why would you say Big Daddy in that song?
It's wonderful.
Take Big Daddy out
Plus,
that
it
song.
plays right into the colloquial culture. I think that the North Androsians are going to wonderfully love this. It's perfect, absolutely fantastic.
I like Pia's. I like A-Roll. What was it? A-Roll got
B-roll,
South Beach.
B-roll.
B-Roll got South Beach in his soul.
It's only Lawrence Rowley.
We don't have any. The FNMs don't have any ink.
They have all the ones they send.
Okay.
Now, here's what I'm saying to you. I think the reason I like Piers and Bacchus is because I think they actually overplay their names, right? And you know, like sometimes you watch the game with Will Smith, the movie with Will Smith. Sometimes you have to subliminally program people.
Oh God, P.F. for Progress. I know. I will always remember P.F. for Progress. I remember B-Roll got
Who
South
you
Beach
voting
in his
for,
soul.
P.F.?
But unfortunately, from Leon, all I remember is Big Daddy.
Yeah, when you show up to the poll, who you voting for? Big Daddy. And interestingly enough, he's running against a woman, so you ain't gotta guess. You don't have to
Big
guess.
Daddy. I
So
can
just
even
when
take
you
Big
pull
Daddy
up
out that
there
song.
and you say, where the ballot? It should just sap you, because you immediately you're looking for Big Daddy there. Isn't it fantastic?
I think we have one more.
Let's go for it.
You know, I'm a fisherman. I don't pretend to be adequate, but I can tell you one thing: nobody ain't got to work me. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Eyes up! Yeah! Play sweets and he's down in Luton, man. Bahama, proud fisherman. Yeah. From an early age he had a plan to lift up the people across Bahama land.
He's working hard day and night, bringing hope and shining light. Community strong with island pride. Together we stand side by side. Let's vote for play.
they just missed the opportunity when they said the vote for Clay. They should say, hey, you know. And
I
then
like
they
it.
would've
I
made
like
it a
at the
little
end
better.
how they put the little zombie vote for Clay at
You
the
know, I
back.
like the video. It's cute. But I always I'll say one thing about Clay's marketing team. On point.
Yeah, they
all
talk
over
to him.
TikTok.
They talk to him.
I mean, from they called him White Daddy. He was going viral.
Now hold on now. Hold on now.
Mm-hmm. It's
If
funny.
Leonardo can't be Big Daddy.
Now he
Hold
can't.
on.
It was the White Daddy was funny.
Hold on.
I wouldn't call him White Daddy either, but I'm just saying his marketing team.
So it's
which
okay to
is-
be White Daddy, but as long as you're in Big Daddy.
I mean, you know, Clay's team has been doing it for a while. The Ministry of Works have been doing it. I don't know if he has the same team that's doing his campaign. Not sure, but he has definitely been taking advantage of social media. So I give him that. It seems like a lot of people like him because you get to see his personality.
Yeah.
The song is okay to me.
We have one last one.
We have another one.
Listen, you can't believe it. Take us to the last
song.
jingle.
Cause we don't play. Come go this way and vote for the FNA. We are the FNA because we don't play. Come go this way and vote for the FNA. Tell them take the FNM, we ain't one of them. And the PLP is a gangster party. The COI is a party made up by just one guy. So if you wanna go all the way, come go with the FNA. We are the FNA because we don't play.
Isn't it wonderful?
Why are we even playing that?
Isn't
I
it
thought we had
wonderful?
something serious. to
Isn't
talk
it wonderful?
about.
Listen, I want FNAs everywhere under the sound of my
What
voice.
is this dance that you keep doing? You keep showing your age when you do that. You know, what is that?
All good campaign songs have to be, you have to be able to shake a pom-pom to it. The song ain't good unless you could shake a pom-pom to it.
Lose that jingle. We're not playing that anymore. That's not
Isn't
a
it
part of our
fantastic?
jingle. But I would like for us, you know, over the next couple of days, if any FNMs are listening, y'all have some jingles for us to play. I would like to hear some.
I asked them, they said that.
They didn't send any? Well, maybe you didn't. You asked them. I'm asking now. Maybe they'll like me better than you.
Oh boy.
Let me read some of the comments before we
Sure.
go. The TikTok videos really have helped Clay. I tell you that people love him on TikTok. The FNM been a dead bunch. I like Pia's song. Someone commented when Pindart said, "I don't care what the court says." I also thought that was very
Very, you could have taken that or just speeches.
yes, very. Who told you to put that in there?
Yeah.
I don't care what the court says.
Yeah.
That could come
We
back
know.
to bite you in
No,
the
no,
butt, you
we
know.
know
because
because
if something happens,
We know
right?
because you were accused of, not caring what the court say.
I don't want to say it
Allegedly.
because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want us to
Allegedly.
get sued, but it was a toga
Yeah,
and a bibby.
yeah. You just squash that piece out your speech and jump right over it.
You should have never said that. Why would you
Yeah,
say that?
I
I
don't
saw
know.
it and I did not want to comment on it. I did want to. That is going to come back
It will.
to bite him. If something happens, let's just say the FNM is elected and something happens with one of their MPs, God forbid, or something
Yeah.
happens,
I don't care what the court say.
they're going to pull that back. The PLP,
Is
petty.
it going to be the equivalent of Hubert Ingram and as a one-man band? You remember they almost
they're
almost
gonna-
kill Ingram that election, but as a one-man
I don't care
band.
what the court says. You should not. You
Yeah.
should, especially with all the stuff going on in the court now. I just think that piece, take that out. If you
Yeah.
could scrub that from the internet, let's see if we could do that. I didn't like it. I didn't want to comment on it, but
Yeah.
let's see. Fred will beat Fox. We'll see. I ain't in that constituency, but Fox doing his thing.
What is
From
Fred
him-
Mitchell going to do about the 100% pure quality grade
And let me tell you
Angus
something.
beef?
If anybody eats hot dogs, I am a big hot dog fan. I love me some hot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't eat that mixed chicken,
Yeah.
pork.
Or you like the
100% beef.
100%
I
Angus
girl on
beef.
Fox Line.
Oh boy.
I'm
Wow.
just saying, I going.
Well, if you
I
got
going on.
Francesco on your
I
side,
going on. From he say 100% beef, he had me.
if you desire to have Francesco on your line, all you need to do is get yourself
100%
quality beef hot dogs.
I only say
Fantastic stuff.
That's what the people say. What else? I agree. Both parties need to take him seriously. Who's him? Oh, I guess that's what we were
McAlpine.
talking about. Marco Pine. It's a lot of comments here. I love the FNA.
The FNA is the big time party. Only you don't believe this. The FNA is the FNA. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because we don't play, Sanchesna. That's why you have to be a FNA. And I invite you publicly to come be a FNA with me.
You done? Because we could move on from this now. How much time do we have enough time to move on to something else?
We do. You want to go to the fight?
Okay, let's go to the fight. That made it rounds on social media over the weekend. I do have a statement. I'm going to read a part of the statement. The statement is from the Anglican Church. Hold on, let me find it. So everybody saw this fight that allegedly happened at Mardi Gras. And you know, when I was listening, I was in the newsroom getting my makeup done before I came out. And I was listening to the younger people talk about, oh, this is what happens at Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras have always, not when I was in school.
Not when I was in school.
Mardi Gras used to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember, you know, I was in SAC and obviously St. John's is host Mardi Gras. And I remember one time I got seriously embarrassed in a Mardi Gras from my friend's dad. He dropped us and then he came looking for us and we were in the dance.
Yeah, and they would come to the door and announce.
We were in the dance in the dark, which is what you do when you're in Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
We was into like hanging out with our friends and talking to boys.
I went to one Mardi Gras.
There
I was
were
church
no
to God.
fights.
He was too safe for that guy.
There were no fights. My friend Daddy came in there and called all our names on the speaker and say, time to come outside.
Yeah.
But the fact that people's like, this is what's been going on. What has happened over the past couple of years?
I don't know, but I want to go back to the cow milk.
It's very concerning. So there's a video that went viral with a big fight that was happening at Mardi Gras. We don't know the circumstances surrounding the fight yet, so I'm not going to speculate, even though a lot of speculation has been going on. And then on top of that, there was I don't know what you want to call it, an altercation between
the principal
and don't know if it's a student, a person, a young lady.
A woman, yes.
Where it looked like he was manhandling her. And I won't say the other words that some people were saying choke and all kind of other stuff, but different angles show different things. Some people saying it was the neck. Some people were saying it was a shoulder. And it did start a different debate that we can't talk about because we don't want to talk about the circumstances surrounding this because we do not know. But in the statement, this is what they said. The Anglican Central Education wishes to advise the general public that they are aware of a series of videos and events that are circulating on social media that occurred at the St. John's College dance at the Mardi Gras event. They said that they're focused on conducting a thorough investigation in the matter, the process being undertaken with all relevant stakeholders to ensure that all available information surrounding the incident is gathered and received. So they were saying, based on the information presently in possession, no harm or injury was caused. Pretty much they said nobody filed any reports. Nothing has happened in terms of investigation. Nobody gone to the police and said that they were assaulted or whatever people were calling. For me, it was kind of disheartening to watch. The fight was disheartening because these are young people. And it's like you would think that it was disheartening to watch, and it did spark a debate about parents and children, and if parents, because one of the things was it may have been a granddaughter or what, we don't know what the situation is, but it did spark a lot of debates. Did you see the video?
I saw the video.
Were you concerned at all?
One of the things that stood out to me is, and this is one of the reasons I like to watch things with strangers in it, because I like to try to be as impartial and as unbiased as possible. What I will say, though, is just for the purpose of full and frank disclosure, I have worked with Quinn McCartney. I have had to deal with Quinn McCartney in his professional capacity. This man can't even talk loud. So I'm trying to figure out
what would have
what could have rallied Mr. McCartney. I'm telling you, he's possibly one of the most gently mannered human beings I know. And I get it. People say, oh, well, you know, sociopaths and psychopaths, because, you know, we have to give everybody a title these days, right? You know, they mask well, right? But the truth of the matter for me is, for somebody that has been in public life for 40 years, I don't know if he could mask his demeanor and deportment for 40 years. So whatever happened here makes me wonder, I wish I could see whatever may have happened 2 days or 3, because this person involved, I do not know of him to even possess the ability
I get that, but it was disturbing to watch.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It was.
A man in any capacity putting his hands on a woman in any capacity, which is fine. He was a part of the police force, and even in the police, men aren't the male officers don't they let females do that.
Which would only, to my mind, suggest that in his assessment, there must have been some threat. I don't know. But
or we don't know what happened, but we have more information, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, both of us are ignorant as to what happened. It was disturbing to watch. That's all I'm saying.
we got it.
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
Have you registered to vote? Join us February 18th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at ILTV Studios on University Drive.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
So we're back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Leland Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
Did we tell them where they're listening to us?
No, go ahead.
You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224 on cable, channel 1121 Flow, and of course on ILTV Studios on Facebook, and Eye on the Nation on YouTube.
You know, and I just want to wrap up the conversation we were having, not with the specifics, because like we said, we do not know the specifics, but our wonderful producers had to come and tell us, like, these school events are not like the school events, I guess, when I was in
20 years
school.
ago. 20 years ago. I just want to make sure.
20 years ago for who? You
I just want to make sure they put it in context,
I just come out of school.
Sancheska, are you on this very public national TV trying to convince these people that you are a biddy? Is that what's happening?
You know what? I could be a biddy depending on who it is. If it's an elderly gentleman, I would still be a biddy. But anyway, in all seriousness, they were talking about, you know, because I said, we continued the conversation off break, and I was talking about, you could see the officers running with the guns, and I was like, oh my God, these are children. And then it clicked to me that these are not the same children when we were in school.
They're not.
And I remember having a conversation with someone, when you pick up the newspaper or watch Eyewitness News, which y'all should be doing, and you hear the ages of the people who are being convicted or accused of crimes.
17 to 21. 17 to 21.
19, 20. Like, they are, to me, in my head, babies.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't, and so I don't know, it's like my brain wasn't putting together that high school and 17, 18, and 19 was the same thing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You could very well lose your life playing with a 17-year-old.
I know. I'm scared of some of these primary school kids. I tell you, driving, honestly, you ever drove? Now, see, I'm shocked because, like I tell you, this is a new time for me being on the road. With your window down, and you hear the things that they be saying and how they talk and how they curse you out. And I'm like,
and the cuss words are guttural.
Yeah, no, that come from their soul and their spirit. And so, I honestly, I don't know what it is like to be a teacher these days. I do not want to know what high school and having to deal with kids and other people's kids, because the hardest part about it too is not knowing whether you could say something to Sally because Sally Daddy coming up there to fight. And we've seen that happen many times.
Just recently, we've seen people called before the courts. The reason a whole school resource officers exists is because, one, the temperament of children was getting out of hand, but beyond the temperament of children, who are people that need guidance. A child is a small adult that needs
considered children.
But what do you then say when the adults that should be providing the guidance are coming here to also themselves act like village people?
But it to me, I'm on the fence with that because to me,
we've got principals being beat up in schools.
I get that, but then it's hard for me. See, and this is why I said I'm one of those where you call me, let me deal with my kids.
But you've gone to the Catholic education system. I went to Prince William. Let me tell you something. No one was beating up Charles W. Saunders. I can guarantee that. No. If a student in Prince William dreamt they got into an altercation with Charles W. Saunders, they would burn their entire house down, throwing salt in the fire.
I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that as a parent, I would have a hard time watching or hearing something, because we have also seen parents come to the media and say, my child was beaten, and the child black and blue. You know, and one of the reasons that I always said that too is because I'm an adult, and I know when I get frustrated, I snap. So I can't imagine getting frustrated and being a disciplinarian and beating somebody else's kid and inadvertently or accidentally taking out whatever issues that I may have as an adult on that kid.
So
that's why I say I'm kind of on the fence about beating in schools and teachers being disciplinarians. But then also some of these children don't be the same children as be home.
I can tell it to you.
When they go to school, 8 to 5, 8 to 3, whatever the time is.
You gave birth to the spawn of Chucky. That's what happened. That's what happened. And the minute you take your eye off of he or she, they, you know, it's like watching the Gremlins. You know, they don't turn into Gremlins until you stop watching them. But the minute you ever see the Gremlins come out while anyone was watching?
I'm just saying. It's a difficult situation to be in, especially as a teacher, as an administrator. You in the school, you see these children being bad. You don't know what to do, because the minute I say something to you, you call your daddy, you call your mommy, you call your uncle. They come to the school, and we've seen that in Nassau and Grand Bahama with parents and teachers getting into
and teachers who have been brutally attacked and maimed. on safe campuses. So much so that the Minister of Education has said that we've got to put some teeth in the law to ensure that when you infringe on a school campus, that isn't just seen as simple assault. That isn't just, it should be something, because this is a sterile area.
Yeah.
It's like if you get caught taking a weapon into the airport. That's not the same charge.
I actually agree with you on that one.
See that? Praise
there you
the
go.
Lord.
Way to
Let
go.
All
It's a
angels
Monday.
rejoice.
Hey,
Wow.
amen to that.
While we're on it, let me just say a special shout out to Miss Yvonne Roll from her Pebble on the beach, I'm told.
Pebble on the beach?
Yeah, Yvonne Roll apparently watches us every day.
Oh, hi,
And so
Yvonne.
we want to say a special shout out to her and let her know that we're so happy that she is watching us.
All right, we have Eye on Traffic that's ready for you guys.
We've got our eye on traffic. Let's go to it. Drum roll. Boy, this drone camera is...
The camera better today. I'm not speaking about a camera because, okay, AT. You type an S, that's A. You see AT 1368. Congratulations to the driver of AT 1368. You have won yourself a gas voucher at
Esso, East, and Soldier, courtesy of Vasco Bastia.
You supposed to let, and then I say courtesy of. We had a thing now.
You're
You're
right.
messing up the thing now.
If at first you don't succeed,
Try and try again.
Suck
Because
it
not
some
what you
more,
say.
because you
AT 1368. Congratulations. You have won our Eye on the Traffic gas voucher for today.
Yep.
You can come here and pick it up.
yes,
But you have to go to,
Esso, East Street, and Soldier Road,
and that is courtesy of.
Mr. Vasco Bastia.
There you go. Sometimes just have to get you back into the
Once I
groove.
warm up,
Get you back into the groove, man.
So I see the other thing that is happening around here, Francesca, and I think this is going to roll us right into our poll question. Right?
Okay.
The Prime Minister said he has assured the media that there would be no campaigning during the Lent season.
That's normal. I've heard that every election cycle.
Now, I think it is also hypocritical.
Oh, gee. Right.
Why? Because the Christian Council getting ready to go to elections.
Their elections are completely different now. The Christian Council ain't holding rallies on Clifford Park and on
But you say
Armbin
no
Park,
campaign.
and they ain't giving out libations
We ain't
and
know.
food and money wrapped in T-shirts.
We ain't
So
sure.
please stop, okay?
But we ain't
They're
sure.
not walking through each neighborhood, knocking on people's
How do
doors,
you campaign for it?
bothering. No
This
idea.
my
I always
point, so
wanted
we
to
ain't
know
sure
how.
what they
But
gonna
I
be
guess
doing.
that campaign is internal. They campaign in the church, eh?
So, okay, so y'all are allowed to have big group meetings inside the church in the name of campaigning for the Christian Council? Because I'm told that
No.
the election should be sometime between now and the first or second week in May, which is right around the same time Mr. Davis is going to have his election. It sounds like the same window to me. So when do y'all intend to campaign?
I personally don't think that the campaign stops. The campaign is seen to have stopped. It don't really stop.
And in this
It don't
very
really
digital
stop.
age,
It
it is
don't really
duplicitous.
stop.
So what you all really doing? We're going to go to
They're just gonna not walk around.
Y'all are gonna
They're
not have
gonna wear
rallies.
and they're not gonna wear the shirts, I assume, and walk through neighborhoods.
But you see
they can
all-
still walk through the neighborhoods, just not in the
But you
shirt.
see all that digital content that we were able to pull right here on this show? They're going to have some little political troll in the back room clicking share 125 times a day, and then they're going to burst the buying political online ads. And every time you pick up your... Do you remember the last time the Prime Minister, my grandparents were subsistence farmers in Kent Island? I almost could recite the speech. You know why? Because they were campaigning.
You know,
It is duplicitous.
I get that, but Lent is supposed to be, and I'm not Catholic or Anglican, or Baptist. We don't really.
You're only half safe.
We
Keep
don't
going.
really celebrate Lent like that or whatever. But I get it. I went to Anglican school, so I knew. Catholic school, so I knew. But it's supposed to be a solemn period. So I guess they're trying to respect the solemn period that it is
The
supposed to be.
solemnity.
But I also think it blurs the lines a little bit between, because Lent is religious and politics is,
But
church and state. I don't know. But
that
I
goes
mean,
to the question for the day. Does the Christian Council still have that level of influence in our country?
of course they do. Come on now.
Then shouldn't that level of authority come with some more administration? Like, what do you know about the council? I know the president is Bishop Delton Fernanda. I love him very much. He's a great guy. He's my religious education teacher. You can't say bad things about him. But
I do not want to upset people.
But I'm saying to you,
But I do have my comments.
the authority has to come along with some responsibility.
I do agree, and I think that is a big problem that a lot of Bahamians have. It seems as though the Christian Council speaks up when it comes to certain things. You know, anything rainbow, they will have a comment. But a lot of people, especially recently, when you've seen, I don't know if it is an uptick or it's just being seen more or reported on more with these children.
Attempted suicides?
No, I'm just talking about children being abused by grandfathers, uncles, whomever. It just seems silence. You know, it seems like there's no big statement on that.
So in their defense, the Christian Council actually sits and is a party to a lot of government boards, government decisions, etc.
We know.
So to say that they're not doing anything or that they have no influence wouldn't be exactly correct.
Saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they will send a statement out if there's supposed to be a rally. They will send a statement out if it comes to the LGBT, or if I have to watch something at the movies that y'all don't want me to watch, the statement will come. But a lot of people are like, okay, so where's the statement when it comes to other stuff? When it comes to some of the heinous acts that carry on in this country? Why does it seem like only when it comes to certain things do they make these statements?
So for me, and I agree that they are, but again, does the Christian Council even have a public relations arm? We all in this business.
Don't they?
Every one of us talk to one person, the Christian Council president.
But my thing is, they should though. If you want to be seen to be a part of government and you make these big choices with government, because let's be honest now, governments have to discuss things with the Christian Council. I think we shouldn't have to be discussing with the Christian Council because it has nothing to do with that.
Well, the way the Constitution is written, but the way the Constitution is written,
certain things should not have to be discussed.
But the way
with
the
them,
Constitution is written,
you got to discuss things and make sure that they're okay with it before you bring it to the people.
Yes, because the Constitution is to be interpreted with a Christian understanding based on the preamble that prefaces the Constitution,
which a lot of people think should be separate.
Well, they should have separated when they make it.
But ain't nobody ever gonna be bold enough to separate it, because when the pastor them go up in them pulpit and they say vote COI or vote F&M or vote PLP, they want those votes. They worse than the unions. You think the unions could try and strong arm? Child.
At least they're marching down Bay Street. But I'm saying this.
Who tell you? No, they should be marching down Bay Street. That's the problem. They only want to march when it comes to certain things. There are certain, I guess people just are like, okay, y'all here and y'all are making decisions for our lives, but at least be seen to be doing something other than just being against homophobia.
But all I want, and I'm not going to challenge you on that. What I am going to say is, I think there has to be a little more administrative acumen and an administrative accountability on the part of the Christian Council. And I think that will add to the seriousness with which people should take them. You don't have the Christian Council opposes same-sex marriage. You don't have legal counsel in the Christian Council who can draft me a policy or a legislation that aligns with the Christian Council view. All I know is you all oppose. And that's not really the way you add to the conversation. You can't just disagree with me. You have to, I mean, unless you're a wife.
You know what? We're going to ask this question because it's the Christian Council. This is our poll question for today. And then you can comment on Facebook. You can comment on our YouTube. Our YouTube is Eye on the Nation. On Facebook, it's ILTV Studios. Is the Christian Council admonishing the government not to campaign? Is it hypocrisy? Is it hypocritical of them? Because friend over here say they gonna be campaigning.
They have to. How else will you win the presidency if you don't campaign?
Maybe they just appoint somebody.
Is it like the Catholic?
I don't know. I am not.
You just fan a fire
I'm
until it turns white?
I'm not in the inner workings of the Christian Council. I don't know how any Christian Council president is. But that should be a question too. If they are so woven in the inner workings of our life and in politics, shouldn't we have a say on who's?
If you are a contributing member of the council,
no,
yes.
No. You have a say in everything that I have to do.
You don't have a say in who the PLP make their leader.
No, but I have a say in who I put inside there. I don't have a say with anybody on that council.
Yeah, but you also
do. I have a say?
Do you have a say with who the F&M makes their leader? You don't.
If I'm inside it, but I do have a say with who they put inside the party. I don't have a say with anything on the Christian Council. Not one thing.
All you have to be is a contributing member. Would you like to join the council? Raise up your hand. I'm going to make you a partial member.
No. You are part of the FNA. They probably don't have you banned and all. But that is our question for today. Is the Christian Council admonishing the government not to campaign?
Let's go to the clip of the Prime Minister giving his assurance that there will be no, and I don't know the purpose of this, but that there will be no campaigning during the Lent season.
I'm aware of that. And we will not have any political public
activities with drainage.
So are you any plans to hold town hall?
Yeah, and the Prime Minister sounds like they scared him.
I'm trying to say, why was he whispering? He's scared. See, that's the power of the church. That's the power. And mind you, I have no problem with the church.
They have the
People
largest
say I'm
constituency in the
sanctified.
country.
They say I'm sanctified and I'm not saved. My
You're
only
Baptist.
thing is I'm Baptist. You know, we love a little jumping up and down. We go to jumping churches now. Stop that. But the only thing that I'm saying is I feel as though they have not done a good job putting themselves out there. They have not been seen as, even if it's just a statement and people say, oh my goodness, I'm tired of getting a statement from them, at least it's something that has been said and something that has been done. They've not done a good job at it. And I also feel like just as these elections are going to be public and known and all that, we can't have a little live view of their elections. We can't see who they putting up. We can't put in our little vote, our little 2 cents.
Because you want to have like a Mr. Congeniality.
I want to be able to say, because, you know, a lot of these pastors and people who put themselves, they have little opinions. And you see when their opinions separate from the Christian Council come out, and then you be like, I'm really feeling that pastor as opposed to this one. Imagine someone who was one of those strict women can't wear pants, I don't like women to talk, people now they in charge.
Well, so Bishop Denzel Rolle actually spoke to that today, and he said, you know, people say that the Christian church isn't this thing. He wasn't speaking for the council, but the Christian churches have actually populated the population in such a way that what you see among you as a society is the tentacles of the church at work.
But we wouldn't know that if you don't show it to us. It's the same thing I say about politics. You can say you are there, but this is a world of technology and social media. It ain't that hard. You have ChatGPT and all to help you now. Put your little statement in there, let them spit out something, put your logo on it, sign it, and send it out to the media. And then at least people will say that, you know, we see something.
Well, let's hear his defense.
In the church are IT specialists. In the church are engineers. In the church are police officers that have shaped the lives, like Dr. Ronald Campbell, of thousands, tens of thousands of young people that wasn't necessarily in a church band. They just learned music and learned discipline through the hands of Dr. Ronald Campbell, a health specialist there at the Ministry of Health, doing his job to train individuals. That is what the church produces, and so we have to also ensure that we don't limit the reach of the church to the Sunday morning or the Sabbath service. But our job is to raise up influencers. The Bible says we are the salt of the earth, not the salt of the church. Our job is not to season the church, our job is to season the earth. And so the leaders must come, the politicians, the senators, the lawyers, the police officers, our job is to raise them up. That's how we're going to affect the system. If we always find ourselves trying to reach them, we're late.
I agree with what he's saying, but he's not doing what he is saying. I'm sorry, I don't know if he's a part of the Christian Council. I like him.
He's not. He's the superintendent of the Highway Churches of God.
I actually was a guest at his church a couple of times. I really like him. I like his style of preaching. I like him, so shout out to him. But you say y'all have everything in the church, but y'all don't have social media people. Y'all don't have a publicist. Y'all don't have someone who could type up a statement. Y'all don't have someone who could put yourself out there.
Maybe they're waiting on you to stop being Baptist and come join them.
I'm just asking. Anyways, the people
Bishop, I got one for you.
People are starting to answer the question. Let me read some of the comments. Sani, them Christian Council do campaign for leadership on the position. How? That's what I want to know. Like, how?
Are you all gonna campaign through Lent? Because if Brave can't campaign through Lent, then I don't want Bishop campaigning through Lent.
Someone say he talks so soft. I assume they was talking about
He
Brave.
probably
We
thought it
was
was
trying to
already
figure out why he was talking so soft.
He thought it was already Lent. They say the word Lent, Brave say, what is Lent?
Someone say, I agree with Sani, who vote these council members in, not us. We are not a part of that.
So the way I understand the board works is this. There are a group of churches who are contributing members to the council. Those members are allowed to cast their votes as to who will lead the body. And again, as is the case with the Progressive Liberal Party, the Free National Movement, I suspect linking them.
Okay, so are they not going to campaign as well?
They better not.
But what you could do?
It's Lent.
Who
Jesus is
you
about to
telling
die. They're supposed to be sad. So if Jesus making everybody else sad, I suspect Bishop them got to be sad Jesus dying soon.
But if you think these political parties really going to stop, they just won't be seen.
I just tell you how they can do it. They going in their war room.
They still going to be walking around. They still going to be in the communities. They just won't have the shirts on. They're still going to be there.
Watch the amount of my granddaddy was a subsistence farmer, you see, over the next 2 weeks. But I did think it was brilliance. Did you see the PLP's church blitz yesterday?
Oh, yeah. The only thing I have to say about the church blitz is...
It was phenomenally thought out.
The doves? I keep thinking somebody died.
Now, let's
Y'all know when you put doves on a flyer, it looks like somebody died. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh, I had to read.
Some people can't go on a dove flyer.
No, nobody. You do
like
not.
You could put Zane Lightburn on a dove
No,
flyer. He's
stop
6'4", he looks
people-
strong.
stop
You
putting
don't
doves.
associate
Absolutely
him
not
and
true.
dying. But if you're not 6'4",
please. The campaign was great. I see it's like everyone, each of them in each of their constituencies, they went to church yesterday.
That was fantastic.
Right? I appreciate them for that, but stop putting them doves on the flyer. I thought the people had passed away.
And the PR around it was amazing.
Just stop putting the doves on the flyer. That's all. It looked like the people had passed away. That's all I want
go
to
on
say.
dove flyer. If you're 6'4",
No one can go.
you got good muscle structure, you could go on a dove flyer. If you're not 6'4" and you don't have good muscle structure, don't put you on a dove flyer, because immediately when I see you on a dove, I assume you going to heaven.
I cannot read some of these comments. Come on now. You don't know I cannot say some of these things. But for everybody who is, if you're just joining us, our question for today is, well, let me just summarize, because I can't remember the exact question, child. But
is it hypocritical?
Is it hypocritical of the Christian Council to tell the government they can't campaign because it's Lent? But the people
And is it a Christian Council rule? Like, where did the rule come from?
It's a solemn period. You're supposed to be sitting down and thinking about what you've given up for Lent. What you've given up for Lent.
Messing with Negroes. I'm not fooling with no more Negroes the whole of Lent. I had enough of y'all. That's what I given up.
So you ain't coming to the show no more. You just
other Negroes, not y'all.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Someone say, please understand that Lent start this Wednesday.
Right, which means the Prime Minister those move their last big power move with the church service, right? Because that means if the F&M won't go to church now, they can't even go, because that could be considered campaigning. So brave them get out the gate, they hit the last good Sunday. Bam!
Yeah, but my thing is the F&M should have known that. This happens every time. You know, that it's not a surprise. If this was the first year that this would have been done, then I could have said, oh, they got caught with their pants down. Come
I'm
on.
sure what all the F&M knows, because apparently, let's get the clip for Quasi ready. Apparently, the F&M had their candidate for East Grand Bahama on the stage somewhere in Freeport telling the people how the PLP is just such a wonderful party. Ginger is the best minister of Grand Bahama he's
he
ever
run
seen.
it?
He used to be the minister of Grand Bahama.
Well, you know, he's honest.
Let's see how that honesty translates at the poll.
Yeah, let me.
Hopefully be one of the first to welcome the Deputy Prime Minister to East Grand Bahama and in particular Pelican Point. You can give him a round of applause for being here today. I also want to give right where right is due. And I want to publicly say thank you to our Deputy Prime Minister as Minister for Tourism, but also I want to give a special thank you to the Minister for Grand Bahama, Ginger Moxie, for ensuring that, and yes, you can give her a round of applause, absolutely, for ensuring that this Coconut Fest was included in one of Grand Bahama's Independence Celebration programs. And that was very, very important for all of us. I also want to say thank you to the Minister for Grand Bahama for the beautification of Grand Bahama project. They are doing, and as I said, we have to give right where right is due. They are doing a very good job for East Grand Bahama and for the entire Grand Bahama.
The
That's a good
PLP
man. I don't understand what your problem
The
is. Shout out to him. I
PLP
like when people can tell the truth.
The
He's telling the
PLP
truth.
is doing a marvelous
He did not say that.
and a
He did not say the
miraculous
PLP. Now stop
job.
lying on that man now. He did not say the PLP. That man said
Ginger is the best
Ginger
minister
did a good
of Grand
job.
Bahama.
And he gave Ginger
What
his
crazy used to
kudos.
be?
And he gave Chester
What crazy used to
her kudos. Sorry, you got me messing up, man. And he gave, let me finish, man.
Chester is so
He
wonderful.
said Chester was doing a good job. What is wrong with him?
We
saying
so
that?
happy to have him here. We never had a deputy prime
You know
minister
what-
like this.
You know what your problem is while we go to the break? You so used to people lying just for politics that you don't like people to tell the truth. I appreciate you, Crazy. And I wish more politicians would do that. When we come back, we're going to open up the phone line.
Any woman who ever had a man before me, he ain't had no man as good as me after she had me. I telling you that.
We'll be
I'm
back.
not telling
We'll
you
be
not
back.
the most.
We'll
Don't
be
move.
back
I
after
and the nation will be back.
The race to 2026 is heating up, and the nation's voice is louder than ever. Here on Beyond the Headlines, we're checking the mood, the momentum, and the message of the people. I'm Shanique Miller. Each week, we're taking the temperature of the electorate to see what's really driving the nation. Who's connecting? Who's cooling off? What issues are heating up ahead of 2026? This is Temperature Check 2026, where journalism meets the nation's heartbeat.
Once something becomes the common behavior, it is the common behavior. When you operate at that level, personal emotions simply cannot float to the top.
For the average normal person that goes to the store, things like that affect us.
They must be judicious in the execution of their duty.
Well, I think whatever the nurses want, give it to them. Hedges, you know, you do everything on your phone now. You see how old he is?
What are we walking back? That Bimini is no longer an island?
That's
Okay,
not
because-
what he was trying
because
to
he also-
say. Well, I don't even know what Red Basket is anymore either. What do y'all people say?
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Tired of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
One thing with y'all, they can rile me up during the break and then turn these cameras back on.
You're nice and calm.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Sandy Brown.
And I'm Leaford Billa.
We were talking about something that had nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Sure.
We appreciate y'all for
following us on
following us on social media. We see that one of our videos on TikTok went viral.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it is one of the. I don't want to say
ones.
it was dumb. I don't like that so much.
To tell you, ain't no one person laying down in one spot and letting somebody
we're gonna
open
up the phone lines. You guys are welcome to call us. Give them the number so they can call
You
us.
could imagine someone putting 10 baby in you and you.
The question that went viral was somebody had asked if if it makes more sense to have. What is it? 10
baby with
10
one
babies
woman.
with one man.
Yeah.
10 babies with one man or
one baby with 10 people.
Each man.
And you said
10
to
different
rip through
babies.
your finances.
I said, listen, I said in this economy,
Mm-hmm.
and this is not a morally sound opinion,
Mm-hmm.
okay? This was things expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine one baby daddy and 10 children, you know? So at least if you have 10 children and 10 baby daddies, you have at least 5 or 6 Grammys, 5 or 6 daddies that can help you out.
Because that wouldn't only rip through your finance.
You know what? We need to go and call on the line. Hi, caller. Are you there?
No.
Hi.
Yeah, just a comment on your discipline section on children.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone, well, if you like me and you're Catholic, anyone from St. Joseph School or straight to St. Augustine's would recognize these names: Mr. Murray, Biggity Watkins, and Geach Ferguson. Geach Ferguson was a teacher. Biggity Watkins was a guy named Bumpy Watkins, who was a police officer. And Dave Murray was the truant officer. Now here, can you imagine you had to leave from Davis Street on your bicycle? You traveling trying to get Odis to Fox Hill. You're now late, and you're just above St. Barnabas, and you're running into Biggity Watkins. What did you think the first thing you was going to do?
Yeah.
Take you off your bike, bat you against your head, because you playing the truant.
Right.
Are you going to school?
Bat you against that's a little much now.
Now you get up to the circle there by Village Road area, and you run into David Murray.
You get another set of bopping in your head.
Do we even have?
You get back against your head.
Yeah.
Now you get the sock.
Yeah.
And you run into Geach Ferguson.
You should have run out of head by now to get bopping.
You don't got no head.
That's what I tell you. You run out of head to get bopping.
So you're trying to say you think
I
the
use that
discipline
analogy
is
to
gone?
say this. What has happened is I can't recall anyone, and I'm much older than you guys, in my generation, age generation, who I was whether from St. Joseph or St. Francis or SAC, end up before court or going to jail or being charged. It was discipline. You won't think, it wouldn't hit your mind to back talk a teacher. Well, I'm going to, if a teacher said, this is what you're doing, that's what you did. Or you can meet your teacher in your house with your parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess that plays into Sonny's point that I guess that
Thank you,
caller.
caller.
I guess that plays a little bit into your house, like that discipline should be the parents. But I'm telling you, as somebody that went to school under the auspices of Charles W. Saunders, I tell you, Rev was running a little concentration camp.
I never used to get in trouble, so I don't have these stories.
You didn't need to get in trouble. Reverend Sanders did things like beat the whole grade 12.
That makes sense? That
yes.
makes no sense to me because now I'm mad. What I get beaten for?
Here's what his thing was. His thing was Prince William had a standard. And you heard them over there carrying on with that, and none of you all reported. No problem. You are culpably negligent. Office.
We have another caller on the line. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Francesca.
Hi.
And Lavon?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. This is hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Your show is very, very good. But the only thing I have to say is that I noticed the chemistry that you have between both of you. It's off the chain. And one day you're all going to get married.
Mom, how you hang up on us?
Don't hang up on that woman.
Who is that? You had called into the show. She hung up on herself. What is you had called into the show to do that?
If we get married, we have to live in 2 different houses.
So let's not even start these conversations.
I just want to tell you what I want to make sure that I lay out my base rules.
You don't have enough money. We had this conversation during the break when we were singing that
I want to live by me, and I want you live by you.
Are you paying for me to live by me?
You still have a house you have to pay for? My house didn't pay for. Why your house didn't pay for?
This is what the problem is with my house.
I only asking you a question.
Are you paying for me to live in my house?
I said, well,
okay, let's just say the mortgage. Let's say the mortgage ain't paid for, right? Let's just say, are you going to pay the bills?
The mortgage is paid for.
The mortgage paid for, yeah. You're going to send them.
Because when I come over, I need little I can do mine.
We're going to read the comments because this woman non-start you up. Somebody said, be careful, Crazy, because you know Pintard is very petty. Petty Pintard. I tell you, that Petty Pintard was going to
JJ is so wonderful. We never had a minister, a Grand Bahama like this ever before.
Say when Pintard see that he can take his nomination back. He did a good thing. I have no problem with what he did.
Really?
Someone said the Christian Council was to help the government lead the country in the right direction and oppose things that is not of God. I understand their reasoning. I just don't understand why they have a say in what we do and we can't.
Let me tell you what I'm wary of. I don't want to find out. I would cringe, right? If I find out they was running the Christian Council like how they was running the Valley Boys or the JCNP or, you follow what I'm saying? Where you have these bodies that have such power. And then when you ask them to account for the power, the fella he bring you on ledger with your drawing up with pencil, with number 2 pencil and ruler, and he trying to take you back to his spending from 1988. Please make some administrative changes to the council. That way, we know that the council ain't a tuck shop.
The only thing that I have to say is the same thing that I've been saying. You have to be seen to be involved in things that's just not about the gays. I mean, honestly, it's what everybody thinks. There are many other issues that are plaguing the country, and you hear nothing. You hear nothing unless you call them. You don't have to call them when the LGBTQ.
How much things you want one president do? The president got to go to every ecumenical service.
Each one of these churches, now stop, because each one of these churches have a PR team.
Yeah, but they don't wait for the president.
Yeah, but then find somebody. Just like how y'all have a president and a vice president and whatever else y'all have, I wouldn't know because y'all don't allow us to know.
And the vice president busy building a big church. He ain't got time for the press. I'm just saying to you.
323-777-569-80075. Let us know your opinion on this because you're going to irritate me. Just as easy as it is for me to sit...
And the president is what? 60?
Statement. That's it.
And it's not that hard. Have a fully functioning working
that's why you hire someone, that's all. And it's not that difficult to see what is touching the pulse. As a matter of fact, what happened with the fight in the church, the Mardi Gras and all of that.
They should actually put you in charge of their marketing.
The statement should have already been out.
The Christian Council could issue a newsletter called Touching the Pulse because, you know, they have the blood.
I just said it.
Hello, caller. 323-777-569. Wasn't that wonderful?
One thing with you ain't gonna stop until you give me a headache.
The people say.
Let me read some more of the comments. Someone say, "What about the COI?
What about
Was that in relation to maybe we didn't play any of their songs?
They didn't have no jingle.
Can y'all send us, if y'all know any of the jingles from that we may have missed from the FNM, the COI, or independents may have their own jingles. You can send it. You're going to give them your number to send them to?
323-7775.
That's the number they're going to send them to?
Yeah. You can send all the WhatsApp there.
Sally said you were right. They need to speak on everything, just not what they want to speak on. Speak on what the Bahamian people are talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, right now, if you, let's just say you
they should already had a statement out this morning about...
Lent?
Not about Lent, about what happened at Mardi Gras. They should have said something about that.
Well, remember now, the Anglican, hold on. The Anglicans and the Catholics don't necessarily subscribe to the Christian Council.
They should.
They just
and
let
that's
the
why they
Christian
could say,
Council talk.
Yeah, so let
right,
them,
so.
and that's why they could say what they want to say. Let them go. Let them say what they want to say. A statement should have already been out this morning. A statement should have been out about Adriel and the sentencing. A statement should have been out about
Well,
that.
I saw the Member of Parliament for South Beach release
I
statements
said
about Adriel.
I did not say the member of Parliament.
But I'm saying I haven't
said
seen
the
many
Christian
people, but
Council.
I've seen, to the top of my mind.
I'm saying when certain things happen, they need to be seen to be doing something. But I bet you one thing, let the LGBTQIA have a march.
Plus, you have to say plus at the end.
Plus, sorry, have a march.
Just in case they want to add something next year. That's true. That's why they have the plus at the end. So if you want, like how I want them to put O.
Are you a part of the?
I want to be. I want to add O. I want to be a registered orgisexual.
I don't know why I asked you that. I
You
felt
asked
like
me my personal
I felt like I
business.
walked straight into that. We could talk about that in a second. Hi, caller. Welcome to Why on the Nation.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Hey, Sandy, regarding the comment that lady made about being married to Mr. Miller, don't do it. Mr. Miller wanted his wife died at a certain age.
That is
a
true.
Very
That
young
is,
age.
my lifelong
So he can
dream is to
enjoy
be a
life.
widower. No, that is true. My lifelong.
What is happening? What?
Don't do it, Sandy.
I believe. Thank you, caller. Caller, you sound like you know me very well.
Caller, I can tell you one thing. It wasn't happening anyway. But what is this?
I mean, like very young. But I mean, my lifelong dream is to be a black Bahamian man who is a widower. I want every time people see me, they just say, Lord, that poor man, oh, he missed that woman, eh? My God. And then people just be nice to
You
me.
know that there are people out there who actually lost their spouses, who are actually going through that. That's a heartbreak. When you feel like you spend your life with someone or you with
That's why
someone.
I'm spending my whole life. I'm 40 now. So I want to have a very useful wife. We build a wonderful enterprise together. And then I want like the Lord to call her home. And it'd be one of those situations where I say, I love this woman so much. You know what? I don't want to love anybody else ever again. But I've proven my love to one person.
Someone say y'all too. I don't even know what that means. That must.
It's fantastic.
I'm pretty sure there is Catholic and Anglican representation on the council. That is what someone said.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't talk to one another. I'm telling you that the Pope is talk for the Catholic and the diocesan bishop is talk for the Anglican, not the president of the Christian Council.
Someone say, I agree they are only vocal when it comes to certain things. Oh no, I cannot read these things.
Oh boy.
There's something
Y'all
I
don't get
cannot
us
read.
sued, man.
Sonny, you can be chair of the Women's Bar. Absolutely not.
I'm reeling her in as we speak.
It's a no for
I'm
me.
reeling
Oh,
you in.
someone say Levon and Shani have the best show in the world.
There you have
Thank you
it.
guys. We appreciate that.
323-777-569-8077. How are the conversations looking?
It looks good. The schools need to bring the belts, and I think that's supposed to say Kane back into the schools. Private schools have the rudest thing. Students, hey, I went to private school.
I tell you, Reverend Sanders would say to us very often, the bridle for the horse, the whip for the ass, but the rod was made for the back of a fool.
The only thing my only issue with that is I just have an issue with grown adults. Like I said before, I know the frustrations that I take throughout the day, that I take out on people when they call my phone, or I'm annoyed because I had to sit in traffic, right? I cannot imagine having someone, I can't imagine being a disciplinarian and being frustrated at other things. That man's wife could have just leave him. He could have just been sitting in traffic. BPL could
Didn't
have
you
just
go to a
called
school that
him.
had a registered disciplinarian?
That got him problems.
I'm just saying, like, so, I mean, the culture has changed a little bit.
And that's what I'm trying
But
to
Prince
say.
William had a disciplinarian at one point. We brought Reverend Sheldon Hicks, and his only job was to straighten children out.
And I'm sure I remember a parent of a child that went to Prince Will coming right here on this Eye of the Witness News and talking about being beaten. You have to be careful
That's
in
only
this day
because
and
Reverend
age.
Sanders was done dead. If they'd have tried that when Reverend Sanders was alive, that wasn't going to work.
We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, darling. How's everything with you?
I'm wonderful, fearfully and wonderfully made.
Good.
Okay, blessed and highly favored.
Mr. You guys tell y'all gotta get that together. Ain't nobody will marry a man who don't even know when to talk, when people can listen to him. and he talk so much, he boy shouldn't call beef in the pot.
What we talking about?
We talking about me marrying, leaving?
You sound like you're getting shortness of breath there, Uncle. What we talking about?
Why is everybody so concerned about me marrying? It's not happening. We have good synergy. That's what happens when you have co-hosts that have good synergy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he
So
say,
don't listen to them other
but
people
he say
shows
I
because
can't.
the talent over here.
But he say I can't.
He gone. Bless his heart. May the Lord watch between mine and thine.
He say I cannot marry because you don't know when to listen. I don't know what that means.
I've been listening to you all day. Tell me something you say I hear.
Nothing.
That's my point.
We have a last video that we wanted to play before we go.
This is the one from Grandma Hammer. They can say we line up the case of death.
We. I want y'all to know none of these videos had anything to do with me today.
So we were talking about honesty in politics.
Okay.
We saw Kwesi Thompson's honesty in East Red Bahama. Of course, when he was fired from the cabinet, Dr. Dwayne Sands said some things while he was the former Minister of Health. He said, he didn't think the Prime Minister at that time gave him sufficient support, etc., to do the things in healthcare that he thought was necessary. Well, the Dre ramming of R&D isn't letting him forget that. And the issue here is how much honesty is too much honesty in politics.
I liked what Dwayne said just now, but I'll listen. I mean, what I read. But we're going to listen to Latrell and
Sure.
Sands said that someone may be losing their mind. But I believe that Dwayne Sands had very short memory, except we're talking about who losing minds. So in 2021, Dwayne Sands was doing an interview with Wendell Jones, I believe. And he went on the radio and said that as a Minister of Health, I failed. He put on the public record as the Minister of Health, I failed. That's not me, that's not the Trey putting words in Dr. Sands' mouth. That's Dr. Sands' mouth. He also said he failed because the then Prime Minister didn't give him the resources he needed to make healthcare a priority. That means the Bahamian people suffered because Dwayne Sands and Hubert Minnis didn't get along. So the next time Dwayne Sands opened his mouth and talked about the record of healthcare in the Bahamas, he should remember the statement he made, that he failed as minister. And if you want to talk about what was done, this is the only government that gave nurses a union agreement that they didn't have in 5 years. This is the only government in the last several years that gave nurses a salary increase. This is the only government who recognized that nurses was leaving and gave our nurses a retention bonus to stay. This is your government. There's no other government that has done the things that they did.
And so, I want you to read this because you read so eloquently. Read what is quoted to have been said by Dr. Dwayne Sands.
Sands expressed disappointment in the Ministry of Health's accomplishments during his time in office. He said he thinks more could have been accomplished. Quote, I don't think that health got the level of funding support that it should have gotten, that it deserved. End quote. The quote starts again. I don't believe that a number of challenging and vexing problems were dealt with adequately. And then it says, for instance, but it goes on and it's been cut. No, I don't see anything wrong with
There's
what he
nothing
said.
wrong with, but in the game of, remember now, politics is a gladiator sport. It's blood sport, where every utterance of your lip will at some point need to be accounted for.
I agree. That's why I said Pintar should have never said.
Precisely my
What he
point.
said,
I don't care what the court
what the court said. He should have never said that. That's going to come back.
At some point,
That gonna
you are
come
going
back.
to, and that is whether you are king or servant or messenger of the king.
But I don't have a problem with him being honest though, because and like I said, I interviewed him many a time when he was the minister, and he would tell us the truth. We ain't got no beds. I'm sorry, the hospital is this. We don't have the money. We cannot do this. We are cash strapped.
Sure.
I liked his honesty.
But that's
People liked his
transparency
honesty.
in governance is one thing. Transparency in politics is an entirely different kettle of fish. And Jessica, and what I'm trying to say is,
I should lie because you're
not
gonna
lie.
because Latrell in 10 years gonna find something that I said 15 years ago to use against me now?
Not lie, but you have to now figure out how to make your truth not any less of a truth, while still being able to chastise the government for its own failings. And I think that when you tell the truth that far along the truth line, you really cannot come back and walk away from that statement.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I think Latre is weaponizing
Nothing
it
is wrong with it
because
until
it's
you call Dr. Darvel a failure. You follow me? So when you
yeah,
say...
but then I could say I failed, but he failed bigger.
He failed 2.0.
You know how Bahamians
Yeah,
go,
he failed 2.0.
I may be bad, but he better.
Yeah.
He worse than me.
You see what they doing over there?
Yeah, like, okay, maybe when I was the minister...
Boy, we doing bad, but if you thought that was bad.
Right. Yeah, that's what he's saying. I don't know, but I appreciate, I always like Dr. Santikanda. I always thought that he was honest. I always thought that anytime in interviewing, he would say, listen, Tani, this is what the problem is, and this is what
we're trying to do.
Exactly.
And that is what I've known about him as minister as well. He's very frank.
I would have used that statement to go against Minnis, because you are a doctor that worked in the hospital, and the hospital did not seem to have improved under your tenure.
Yes, but what you
That's who I really would have.
What you can't do is get in a big public spot with Fred Mitchell over the hospital.
No, but how Latre getting that? Leave Fred and Dwayne. Latre, stay out that. Okay, Fred, if it's one person that don't need help,
yeah, Fred.
It's Fred. Fred don't need no help. Fred could
He's probably drafting a monologue
Fred could
right
take
now.
on Dwayne and Fox at the same time. He don't need no help.
Boy.
Tell me I lied.
No, you ain't lying.
Okay, he can watch tomorrow morning. You can wake up to
6 minutes.
And the best thing about it is it's so dry.
Yeah.
It's so.
It is today. Today is Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just so dry.
I'm Fred Mitchell, Minister of Foreign Affairs.
It's just so dry. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I appreciate some honesty in politics. I'm not gonna lie to you.
When is it off the cliff though? Like when can you say in politics, wait a minute, we sliding off this cliff? We got to at least tie a knot because we need to be able to recover.
Let me read some of the comments. Someone say, no, Sonny Sands was the minister. He should take the responsibility. I think both of them should.
Not if the prime minister is defunding your budget.
Yeah,
Because what do you do about that? What do you do as any minister with any portfolio if you have a prime minister who keeps reaching into your budget?
Someone say, while Darvel hasn't been stellar, he's accomplished more than Sands. I don't know. To me, the hospital still... Listen, we ain't have no bread. Did we have bread under doing
Sonny don't know that you use Omo to take steam out of your shit. God believe she know what happened in the PMA. Sonny, that was
you mad because I don't use Omo. I do not use Omo. I use Gain. I am sorry. If that's the problem for you,
your whole life.
Friends, we need to be honest whether we like these people or not. Sands was a forgettable minister of health when he got fired. I
don't know if that is no. I don't know if that is factual. What I do know is that it was Dr. Sands that actually put the legwork in place for NHI. What I do know is that what they inherited with the first iteration of NHI wasn't workable. So to say he was forgettable, there are 196,000 people right now registered on NHI getting every year annual physical checkup for things that they didn't even know they had.
I need to go register.
You ain't registered yet? What you waiting on? Say hi. This is how I know you've been rich your whole life. You don't know what you do with Omo. You ain't sure what happened to me.
Because I say I register. I use OxyClean.
Lord, I thank you for sending me a rich co-host. I need to borrow a little something. Thank you, Lord, because I didn't know where I was getting money from. But Lord, you sent Francesca. She named Francesca. I had to know when I hear that
I
name
tell
she
you
had
one
money.
thing. If you think I give it any man money, you get the wrong co-host.
You gonna lend me a little something?
Lend in this economy?
Oh, boy.
Say...
Oh, yeah, I forget that. I forget they tell me Braves pay you money.
No, listen, y'all start this rumor that Braves pay me. Could somebody pay me so that could be true? Please, someone say, yes, Sonny, you sound rich. I'm not rich.
You don't know what
you think
Omo
about it,
is.
I have 10 jobs. That sound like someone who rich.
You know how to find the hospital?
Yes.
You sure?
I've been to the hospital.
Which corner
Let me knock. Say she built Life Boy is for men who don't have women bed with. Life Boy. These people say I bed with Life Boy. No. Life Boy is for men who don't have women. I don't even pay with soap. I pay with body wash.
See, that's more fancy rich people stuff.
Yeah. Loofah.
A loofah?
A loofah?
I didn't know what a loofah was till I was 26.
You bathe with towel?
You mean with all regular people is
No,
bathed
you
with?
bathe with a loofah, you exfoliate. Your skin is supposed to exfoliate.
Exfoliate? I didn't know my skin could fall.
No. You don't exfoliate?
No.
You don't exfoliate
this
either?
natural glow that's come from heaven.
No. He's exfoliate. So you bathe with a loofah. Why are you trying to make it seem like
this
I
natural
bougie because
glows
I
from
bathe with a
heaven.
loofah?
Give us some more of the comments. St. Jessica is rich.
Someone said, son, you sound rich. I am not. Okay? I promise you. You ain't gotta been there.
Don't worry, I'm negotiating a little loan right now as we speak.
It's time for us to almost go. Hold on. You want me to read some more of the
Sure.
comments or?
Where are we on the Christian Council? Are they as powerful as they
No,
they
people
appear
seem
be?
to be upset at the Christian Council.
So why we listening to them on Lent? Why we listening?
Let me tell you what, for one thing we have is some petty producers.
Really?
You don't think I see what they putting up here for you to ask me?
Oh yes. How do you like your how do you like your Valentine's Day gift? Isn't it the gift that just keeps on giving? Don't worry, man.
Don't you touch me. My feet are no longer dangling.
Praise the Lord. Thanks to leaving me alone.
My feet are no longer dangling.
Your foot are almost nigh slip. Until leaving found.
And that's why the people feel like we should get married because you get me a box for free.
Anyway, we gotta go. We'll see you again.